What does it mean to use the human body as a vessel to enter and portray reality? Documentary film since its beginning of time has used the human body as a way to enter reality. I'm interested in analyzing the different ways documentarians have used the camera and the image of the human body to create a sense of reality. The camera is constantly exploiting the image of the human, but you might wonder, what do I mean with the word exploitation? There are various meanings for the word exploitation. The most common meaning is exploitation as the action or fact of treating someone unfair in order to benefit from their work. But the meaning I'm interested in is exploitation, to make use and benefit from resources. In this case, the resource being the image of the human body. In Flaherty's docudrama Nanook of the North, he presents the viewer the image of Nanook, an Inuk man. What's interesting is the way Flaherty makes use of the ability to witness an episode from many angles and distances, seen in quick succession. This is a totally surrealistic perspective that had previously been used in fiction film. This technique puts the viewer in a sense of awe and surprise. Reality can suddenly be seen in more than one way. The body of Nanook is functioning as the body that is performing for the camera, and therefore it creates a tension between the real versus the unreal. In some shots, Nanook looks directly to the camera. The viewer is reminded that Nanook is aware that he is being filmed. Although Nanook is clearly performing, the viewer accepts this image of the human body as what life in the Arctic is. Flaherty gives us a body that is definitely performing for the camera, therefore, it's giving us a mediated reality through a performing body. Another documentarian which makes use of the human body as a resource is Leni Riefenstahl. In Triumph of the Will, which has the political agenda to portray Hitler as a great ruler, she celebrates the power of the assembled, choreographed masses. The coordinated movement of the troops and the cadence of the soundtrack music makes it clear that these bodies don't experience alienation but ecstasy. She is manipulating the way the human body moves and functions in order to transmit the message of success and power. Likewise, in Olympia, where she documents the 1936 Summer Olympic Games in Berlin, she makes use of the human body, again, to promote a sense of superiority. But this time, the approach becomes all about the aesthetics of the human body. She presents the viewer with the body as a form. It becomes a pictorial image. She plays with the human body as this form anyone can relate to, but that no one has really seen this way before. With her use of repetition and slow motion, she allows the viewer to enter the bodies of these athletes, to identify with them and feel that sense of strength. The Maisel brothers present a different approach to the use of the human body. They tend to be grouped under the category of direct cinema, which is to record events where the subject and audience are unaware of camera presence. It is about observing the subject, the human body, and to eliminate personal perspective. In their film, Grey Gardens, they present the audience with the story of Edith and Big Edie, mother and daughter that have been alienated from society. They are trying to transmit to an audience a sense of the surreal. By filming the images of these two women who are no longer a functioning part of society, they are exploiting the image of the unknown, the surreal, and bringing it back to the so-called real world through film. In this film, one can see that it is impossible to maintain a completely objective stand as a filmmaker. The Maisel brothers are clearly interacting with their subjects in order to film them, and the subjects, Edith and Big Edie, have engaged in a performance which is a result of the Maisel brothers being in their house. There is a duality that has been created between the performing bodies and the directing bodies. There is an indirect exploitation of the bodies of the Maisel brothers. This is not a representation of a surreal reality, but the creation of a new reality. A documentarian who directly does exploit his own human body is Nicholas Broomfield. He makes use of his own body in his documentaries by including himself on camera. He creates a duality between directing and acting. It seems he will go to any length to get what he wants for his documentaries, whether it's the interview that drives the documentary Tracking Down Maggie, or the interview he wants with Suge Knight for his documentary Biggie and Tupac. His documentaries tend to be about looking for an answer. We can even say he takes on the role of a detective. But by doing so, he is exploiting his own persona, in fact, allowing the viewer to connect and enter the documentary through his body. He has become the vessel for the audience to feel included in what is happening on the screen. He uses his own body as a tool to activate the bodies he is filming. If the essence behind documentaries is to capture reality, then they must make use of the human body, because the human body functions as a universal connection with reality. We can all relate to a physical body and understand what a body is.